My phone rang at 2:17 a.m. I almost ignored it. Then I saw my daughter's name. I picked up. "Dad?" Her voice was small, shaking. "I'm here," I said, already sitting up. Pause. Then she whispered, "Mom and Grandma made me sleep in the dog cage." I didn't say anything. For a second I thought I heard it wrong. "What did you say?" I asked. "They locked it," she said. "They said it's punishment." My chest went tight. "Are you hurt?" "No, just cold." I looked at the hotel room around me. Everything suddenly felt useless. "How long?" I asked. "Since bedtime." I checked the time again. "Hours." I stood up, grabbed my bag without thinking. "Stay on the phone," I said. "I can't," she whispered. "If they hear." The line cut. Just like that. Silence. I stared at the screen. Called back. No answer. Again. Nothing. That's when something shifted in me. Not panic. Not anger. Clear. Focused. I booked the first flight out. Didn't wait for morning. Didn't tell anyone. Because whatever was happening in that house wasn't discipline. And whatever they thought they were doing, they hadn't planned for me coming back that night. And when I did, I wasn't coming back to argue. I was coming back to end it. The flight was at 4:40 a.m. I didn't sleep. Didn't sit still. Just kept replaying her voice. "Dad, they locked it." That part stayed. Not what she said. How she said it. Quiet. Careful. Like she was scared of being heard. That's not a one-time thing. That's learned. Which means, it wasn't the first time. I landed just after 7. Didn't call my wife. Didn't text. I wanted everything exactly as it was. No warning. The drive home felt longer than it was. Every light. Every turn. Slower than usual. Or maybe I just couldn't get there fast enough. I pulled up to the house. Everything looked normal. Curtains closed. Lights off. No signs of anything wrong. That bothered me more than anything. Because things like that don't leave marks outside. I walked to the front door. Didn't rush. Didn't make noise. Unlocked it. Stepped inside. Quiet. Too quiet. No TV. No movement. Just still air. I closed the door behind me. Stood there for a second. Listening. Then I heard it. A small sound. Metal. From down the hallway. I didn't call out. Didn't say her name. I just started walking. Because whatever was making that sound, I already knew what I was going to find. And I wasn't ready to see it, but I was ready to end it. The hallway felt longer than I remembered. Every step slower. That metal sound came again. Faint. Like something shifting. I reached the living room. Nothing. Kitchen. Empty. Then I saw it. Near the back door. The dog cage. Half covered with a blanket. My chest tightened. I walked closer. Didn't rush. Because something in me already knew. I pulled the blanket back. And there she was. Curled up. Small. Trying to make herself fit. She looked up at me. Didn't cry. Didn't move. Just stared. Like she wasn't sure if I was real. "Hey," I said quietly. Her eyes filled instantly. "Dad." That broke something. But I didn't show it. I crouched down. Checked the latch. Locked. From the outside. My hand stayed steady. I opened it. Slow. Careful. Like she might be scared of sudden movement. She crawled out. Cold. Shaking. I took off my jacket. Wrapped it around her. Held her for a second. Just one. Then I stood up. Because that wasn't the end. That was the beginning. I looked down the hallway. Bedroom doors closed. Everything still quiet. Like nothing happened. That's when I heard footsteps. Behind me. Slow. And I didn't turn right away. Because I already knew. They weren't expecting me to be there. And whatever came next wasn't going to be a conversation. "Michael." My wife's voice. Sleepy. Confused. Like I just walked in from work. I turned. She stood at the end of the hallway. Her mother just behind her. Both of them looking at me. Then at our daughter wrapped in my jacket. That's when their expressions changed. Not guilt. Not shock. Annoyance. Like I interrupted something. "What are you doing home?" she asked. Calm. Controlled. I didn't answer. I looked at the cage. Then back at her. "What is this?" I said. She sighed. Actually sighed. Like I was overreacting. "It's discipline," her mother said before she could answer. "She needs to learn." I didn't look at her. I kept my eyes on my wife. "Locked?" I asked. "She was acting out," my wife said. "We didn't hurt her." I nodded once. Slow. Because now it was clear. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't a bad moment. This was normal to them. She called me, I said. That got her attention. She shouldn't have done that, her mother snapped. That told me everything I needed. Not concern. Not regret. Control. I looked down at my daughter. Still quiet. Still holding onto my sleeve. Then back at them. And that's when something settled in me. Not anger. Decision. Because people who think something like that is discipline don't stop when you argue. They stop when you remove the situation completely. And I was already there. Standing in the middle of it. With exactly one move left to make. I didn't raise my voice. Didn't argue. Didn't even step toward them. I just reached into my pocket. Pulled out my phone. And hit record. That's when my wife's expression changed. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Say it again," I said calmly. "Say what?" she snapped. "That it's discipline," I replied. Her mother stepped forward. "Turn that off." I didn't. I kept the camera steady. "Explain it," I said. Why she was locked in there. Silence. Then my wife spoke. "She was being difficult," she said. "We needed to correct her behavior. Clear. Direct. On record." I nodded once. "Good," I said. Then I lowered the phone. Not turned off. Just lowered. Because I had what I needed. I looked at both of them. "Pack her things," I said. My wife frowned. "What?" "I'm taking her with me," I said. "No, you're not," her mother cut in. I didn't respond to her. I kept my eyes on my wife. "You can argue with me later," I said. "In court." That word changed everything. Her face tightened. Because suddenly, this wasn't about control anymore. It was about consequences. And they hadn't planned for that. Not tonight. Not like this. I didn't wait for permission. Didn't argue back. I picked up my daughter's bag. Small. Light. Too light. That told me more than anything else. She hadn't been packing to go anywhere. I walked past them. Straight to the front door. My wife followed. "Michael, stop," she said. I didn't. Her mother's voice got louder. "You can't just take her." I opened the door. Cold air rushed in. It helped. "She's my daughter," I said. "I'm taking her." "You're overreacting," my wife said. "It was one night." I turned slightly. Just enough to look at her. "One night you told me about," I said. That stopped her. Because she didn't have an answer for that. I stepped outside. My daughter holding my hand tight. Didn't let go. Not once. Behind me I heard footsteps. Fast now. Panic. "Michael, we can talk about this," she said. Now she wanted to talk. No. I stopped at the car. Opened the passenger door. Helped my daughter inside. Buckled her in. "Careful. Come." Then I closed the door. Turned back. Looked at both of them. And said one thing. "Don't call me unless it's through a lawyer." That's when it hit them. Not anger. Not noise. Final. Because some decisions don't come with a second chance. And I had just made mine. I didn't drive far. Just enough. A quiet hotel off the highway. Clean. Safe. No questions. My daughter fell asleep within minutes. Still holding my sleeve. Like if she let go, something might change. I stayed awake. Sitting in the chair by the bed. Watching the door. Listening. Because when something like that happens, you don't relax. You think. I replayed everything. Her voice on the phone. The cage. Their faces. No hesitation. No guilt. That part mattered most. Because it meant one thing. This wasn't new. I opened my phone. Watched the recording again. Clear. Simple. No emotion. Just facts. Exactly what I needed. Then I made the next call. Not to her. Not to family. To a lawyer. Short conversation. I sent the video. Explained nothing else. He didn't ask many questions. Just one. "Is your daughter safe right now?" "Yes," I said. Pause. Then. "Don't take her back there." "I won't," I said. He told me what to do next. Emergency filing. Temporary custody. Immediate action. Fast. Because situations like that don't wait. I ended the call. Looked over at my daughter. Still asleep. Peaceful. For the first time that night. And that's when I understood something clearly. This wasn't about fixing anything. It was about making sure. She never had to go back. By the next afternoon, everything was in motion. Emergency custody filed. Video submitted. Timeline documented. No noise. No drama. Just facts. That's all it took. The hearing happened fast. Faster than they expected. My wife showed up with her mother. Same confidence. At least at first. Then the judge watched the video. No interruption. No questions during. Just watched. When it ended, the room felt different. Quiet. Heavy. He looked at my wife. Is that accurate? He asked. She tried to explain. Tried to soften it. Discipline, she said again. Same word. Different room. Didn't work this time. The judge didn't argue. Didn't raise his voice. Just wrote something down. Then looked back up. Temporary full custody is granted, he said. Effective immediately. That was it. No debate. No delay. Her mother tried to speak. He shut it down. Because some things don't need discussion. Outside the courtroom, my wife finally broke. Not loud. Just shaken. You took this too far, she said. I looked at her. No, I replied. You did. I turned. Walked away. My daughter beside me. Holding my hand. Not tight this time. Just normal. And that's how I knew. It was over. Not the marriage that had ended earlier. This was about something else. And I made sure it ended right.